Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Card Blitz. This is episode number 15, the big 1-5, the Quince coming out of Dallas, Fort Worth, as well as Charlotte, North Carolina, with my good buddy, Patrick Marshall. Patrick,
How's it going,
what's
boys?
going on?
1-5, baby. 1-5. Let's
Yep,
go.
yep, the big 1-5. So,
We passed
man,
the baker's dozen. We're on the way.
next thing you know, we'll be 18, then 21, upward and onward, right?
We'll have to get Skid Row to come on. 18 and life to go. Just kidding.
Hair Metal Day, brought to you by CardBlitz.
That's right.
That's greatness, man. Well, hey, got a birthday to celebrate, don't we?
Yes, we do. I
What
mean,
do you want to talk about, man?
dude, he's a legend. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is
Ah,
78 years old on this date. And it's amazing because I remember growing up as a kid and I never liked the Lakers. And he's the kind of guy, unless you lived probably in LA and within the surrounding 7 states, you did not like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because he was so good. I mean, he was so good. He was perfect. A 19-time All-Star. I think he played 20 years in the NBA, and like 19 times he's an All-Star. And one year he was not. And we talked about that, Kelly. 1978. We're not really sure what happened in 78, but he was not. Maybe he was injured. But the guy
yeah, yeah. I think there was a little injury thrown in there.
every time he suited up for the Bucks or for the Lakers, he was an All-Star. He was amazing. Oh, what are your thoughts? I mean, he was amazing.
I mean, the fact that he's got what six titles and six rings. Um, I think back to his like college days at UCLA
Yeah.
with John
Oh,
Wooden, and you know, dude, like three consecutive like NCAA titles. And I don't know if you knew this, but he declined to try out for the 1968 Olympic team.
I did not know that. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
now that team still got the gold medal, but how much more dominating would they have been with him?
So you're saying this man at 7'2", 260 pounds, 55 pounds, every third year he played, he won a championship of some sort in his life.
On average, I think, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. Isn't it amazing? These
Dude,
things don't happen in the modern era. It's pretty cool.
yeah, well, he's someone special, and that's why I think when we did our like kind of dream cards thing, and we're doing research on that on eBay, and we're looking at it, and that his rookie card autographed, expensive, like, and
Yeah.
there's high demand.
You
You
know what? I'm a buyer on that. I mean, if I was going to get something for my PC, and I'm not necessarily a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan, but he's kind of that one guy that you may want to have in your collection, like a Satchel Paige or
Mhm.
something like that. I mean, he's that kind of guy. I mean, he's powerful, like a Jim Brown. I never saw Jim Brown play, but Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he used to be like the kind of guy you like list in your PC collection. I like that.
Yeah, well, I think if you have a well-rounded collection, you should
Yes,
probably have a
correct.
couple of stars in every sport. And I'm negligent on this, man. Like for me in basketball, I have a couple of like Michael Jordan cards, over the years, and they're not high grades. They're all like raw cards, but they're my
Yeah.
cards, And uh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is definitely he's a cornerstone player for every collection. I think he got a lot of bad press early on with the way his relationship with the media.
Correct.
He wasn't like the most friendly, outspoken, extroverted kind of guy, but he's
But
a deep thinker, man. And he as he matured, I think he learned to curtail some of the maybe some of his frustrations with society, and he kind of adjusted his thought process with like trying to be a good role model for up and coming players as well as just kids in America.
Well, what's unique about that is like going to college in California. He probably had that little bug to be able to do that. He knew he was a really good player, and that free thinking spirit out west may have sparked some of that, and maybe it defined who he was. I mean, well, I think it did.
Well,
I mean,
1968 must have been like an instrumental year in his life
yeah,
because he was Lou Alcindor, but
yep,
he had taken on the Muslim name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, even though that wasn't publicly used until 71. And I think he's got like starting from that point on, that's what hey, this is my name. But prior to that, it was in 1968 I'd read and researched that he made the name change.
I
to
have
live his faith.
I have any argument for any collector out there that thinks, well, Kareem, I never saw him play. Listen to this. He was voted to the anniversary teams as a top player on those teams for the 35th anniversary, the 50th anniversary, and the 75th anniversary of NBA basketball of all time. Okay, the
Hmm.
guy's 78. That's all you need to say. I mean, this is one of the legends of basketball. If you don't have him in your PC, if you're a basketball guy, of course you already know this.
We're also missing the obvious all-time like sports or points leader all time until LeBron James just broke it recently.
Yeah,
For
dude,
like,
in 2023, I
yeah,
mean, we forget who did he break? He broke Lou Alcindor slash Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record.
right.
Amazing.
Now, do you know who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the record holder, was before him?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'd say Oscar Robinson.
Definitely not the right answer.
Nope.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wiltshire. Oh,
He's
really?
something like over 31,000 points. And then Kareem
Well,
Abdul-Jabbar
Kareem
got his, what was it, like 38,000 or somewhere around there. And then
36 or something
something
like
like
that.
that. Yeah. And then LeBron
Yeah.
James broke that a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's pretty cool.
I was going to mention Patrick, though, like I said, I'm negligent and at fault for not having a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
I
card.
have a great tie-in for this after you're done, Kelly. We think alike. I already know what's going to. This is going to be awesome.
Here's my tie-in because I told you this like when we did the basketball episode. When I think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I think of this movie from my youth. Lane. It's a classic, y'all. And him as a co-pilot, those lines, old Roger Roger, crack me up to this day still.
Yeah.
What's your vector, Victor? Or what's your
So
Victor Vector? It's
and
hilarious, man.
so here's the ironic thing: is like he broke the record of a man who starred in Conan the Barbarian as Will Chamberlain, and he was in that movie with the. I mean, it was amazing that he was a movie actor as well. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the 7'2" guy, took over the scoring leader championship of the 7'3" or 7'4" Will Chamberlain, and they're both in movies.
Well, hey,
Only in America, my
Abdul-Jabbar got to
friends.
start with Bruce Lee.
Only in America.
Did you know that? He
Oh
was
yes, he did. You're right.
Game of Death.
Yeah, he did.
Bruce
You're
Lee. And
right.
I watched that. And that dude, his wingspan and his legs when he would kick, man, that was back in the 70s when I was a
Hey,
kid.
hey,
I'm like, wow.
surely you can't be serious.
Shirley, quit calling me Shirley. And I am serious, right? Great movie,
Let's
Airplane.
go in the hospital. What's a hospital? It's a big white building, lots of patients in it, but that's not important right now.
We'll have to have a CardBlitz viewing party for Airplane the movie one of these years, right?
That's right, man. Bring it on. Let's go.
Let's go, CardBlitz fans. Well, like I said, my goal is by the end of this year, by the end of 2025, is to get a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. I don't know which
Yeah,
one, and it has
I'm
to
with you.
be the basketball player, not the
But,
not the football player.
but
Kareem
see, Kelly
Abdul-Jabbar.
and I like talking about this. It's really opened my eyes to about like realizing how important he was in the sport of basketball, and that really means something to me as a collector, a card collector. You have to have a PC of a like
A
five great
legend,
basketball players. He's one of the top five.
definitely,
Absolutely,
definitely
top
a top
three.
five.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go top five. I'm not
yeah,
sure if I'll put him in the top three rank, but
yeah.
I'll give him a top five,
I'm
man.
with you. I'm top five. I agree.
Well, the other thing's going on in the world right now is, this Saturday here in the Metroplex, we have the Frisco Card Show going on. And
Nice.
so with that, maybe a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card will show up there for me. We'll see. Maybe I'll get out and about and look around. But the
Go
show
to
promoter,
70 tops, baby. Go to 70 tops. That'd be sweet.
well, I was gonna say, man, the show promoter, he said, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you bring out some CardBlitz stuff?" And I said, why don't y'all meet and greet with the masses? And so that's my plan. We're gonna be at the Frisco Card Show this Saturday. So be there bright and early. VIP gets in at 9, general admission at 10.
That's great. Guys, do that, please. Let's go. Come see Kelly.
Yeah, well, that and then Patrick said, "Hey, rule number 10 on his 10 nuggets."
Yeah.
Get out and about. Don't just be like enjoying the hobby on
No,
your own
get
or
out
these
there.
great YouTube videos. Get out and about, man.
I like it. Love it, man. That's great.
Well,
That's
do
good.
you have any show and tell stuff you want to show off?
You know, we're going back to something we talked about last week, and I was going through some cards, and I was like really shocked to see this, but you know, Alex Ovechkin
Ha!
broke this guy's record, and this is, Wayne Gretzky. This is his fourth year card, man. This is pretty cool. I did not know I had this, but I pulled it out, and I thought it was great, dude. This is really cool. I mean, he's on
Definitely.
it. It's pretty sweet.
No, definitely,
Um,
definitely, man. Anytime you have a great one card, cannot complain.
1989, 1990 Pro Set, which the Pro Set cards, God, I was I was a fan when they came out, not so much afterwards because they were everywhere. I mean, let's be
Hmm.
honest. Targets, Walmarts were punching these things out. I mean, but every time you found something like this, I just put it aside. I may have three or four of these, but I think this is a really cool card. So
Well,
I
like I
just
said,
wanted to
I
contribute.
like the 1989 Pro Set Football card set. I think that's a
Totally.
classic design. But like you said, man, you start getting to 90 and 91, and even Emmitt Smith and his rookie card. It's there. It's because it's Emmitt Smith. I have a few, but I was not after 89, not a big Pro Set.
But Kelly, that 89, 90 Pro Set rookie set of all the football players was amazing.
Oh
They
yeah.
just made too many of them. That's the
They
only
also
fault
they
they
also
have.
made a ton of coaches cards to go with it.
Yes, that's right.
So
Yep.
definitely, for me, one of the cards I wanted to show off is from the Man of Steel,
Oh,
and I'm working on this set right now,
ooh,
1981 tops.
that's a sweet card, but that's a sweet card, man.
It's a second year card of them, but yeah, I think classic design. It's still a good look. It's better than the 1982 design of tops, which I'm not a big fan of. But this one, I'm going to try to put this set together. I
Hmm.
think I'm probably missing about maybe 50, maybe 60 cards, I guess. I need to go and organize them and count them up and see which ones I need to complete that set.
Now with 82, the 82 top sets when he's like standing there, like arms by his side.
That has like the little swoosh type.
Yeah, he's standing by his side. He's just ready to steal third, second, home. It doesn't matter.
Well,
He's
yeah,
amazing.
he was on his way to making records and talking about himself in the third person, right?
No, no, he was great. I mean, the greatest guy ever after he hit like a leadoff home run and won the game for the team. You just put a microphone in front of Ricky Henderson. It's entertainment for like 20 minutes. It's amazing.
Bites galore, right?
Oh, he's great. Dude. He was an amazing athlete. Let's be honest.
Hmm. Well,
So
also, I was gonna say, speaking of sets that I'm working on, I got one step closer to completing my 1977 top Star Wars and sticker set. So I got
nice.
the cards, and I got this sticker just recently.
Oh, look at
So
that.
R2D2 card
I can't see it
sticker.
too well. How's it on the edges, man? Is it
It's all
good?
right. I mean, it's for what I need. It's not mint, but it's
Okay.
affordable. But it's not the corners are all right, edges are all right. The front, the back, it's affordable because apparently these are the folks know that folks will pay a premium for like the high grade stuff. I'm just trying to complete the set without it looking like it's in a fair to good condition. I'm trying to get at least
Yeah.
excellent.
Did you pick that up raw at the show or something like that, or did you pick it
No,
up
this
from a
this this
dealer?
was a $3 eBay purchase,
Oh, nice. Cool, man.
shipping included on the three
That
bucks.
looks pretty good actually for $3.
For $3, yeah. Now the card, last sticker I need is number three for Han Solo, sticker number
Oh,
three.
it,
And dude, for that one,
is the carbonite? Is it the carbonite picture
no,
of that one? No, it's
the
not
Empire
that one.
Strikes Back. No,
Okay,
but
all right.
this 1977 sticker number
Oh,
three.
77. Okay,
Yeah,
all
that
right.
one. That's the set. I'm one sticker away.
Gotcha.
Goal is to get that done in May if I can find one affordably because everybody wants at least like 18 to $20. And,
Wow.
and
Okay.
you get to that point when you're working on a set and it's like, man, I'm expected to spend, $3, $5 maybe at the most to finish this whole thing. And it's you got to be patient, and so, one will show up one of these days, but I'd like to finish it by May, but I've got to stay in my budget and I got to know my lane and make sure that I don't step out of bounds with it.
Yeah, you've been pretty good about trading cards though in the past, right?
Yeah, and
Like,
there's a Star Wars group I'm a part of
okay.
on Facebook, and I've got a couple extra stickers. I might throw those out there and say, hey, look at a
Yeah,
trade, one for
great
one,
idea.
maybe even a two for one.
Yeah,
Just
great idea.
and I'm not out of pocket on any money.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and that's another topic for another show, man. That's a good idea.
Trading, yeah, and
Yeah, I love that.
Facebook groups. There's so many, man. But you gotta, again, caveat emptor. You gotta buyer beware that stuff because, yeah, you don't get scammed and shorted out of your cards or money. So definitely got to be careful.
Correct. I agree.
Well, hey, do you have any other show and tell pieces? Because
No,
that's
just
hogging
that
all
one. I
the
mean,
time, man. Just
I
talk.
thought that was cool, man. I stopped at that one. I go, this is it's a Gretzky moment because I'm not sure when we're gonna ever talk about him again.
Hmm.
So now
Maybe
Veg
what's
gets taken
coming.
over. What about you, Kelly? What do you have?
I mean, that's all for the show tell I got, man. I mean, I've
Yeah.
been, I
Sometimes simple is the best, you know?
well,
So
I've got a big card coming. Hopefully I get it for the next episode. Hopefully I get it later this week. But with USPS, you never know. That it seems like half the time their shipping is, it's hit or miss, and so it's a big one though. And if it comes in, man, I look forward to revealing it and telling the story, and it'll be exciting, man.
I've got some
If
fun
we got our
cards in
guests
two.
on there next week too.
I got some fun cards in 2 weeks. We talk about the NFL draft and who we thought would be great and who may not have made it. It's another show, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome. You
Yeah,
guys,
definitely.
you guys, yeah, log in for that one. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes, CardBlitz fans definitely need to do that. And like I said, next episode we're gonna have some special guests on there. Our buddies from Stream of Card Consciousness.
Cool, man.
If the stars align and everything's perfect, then we will have maybe all four of us jibber jabbering for the next 40 minutes. So
Very
next
interesting.
week,
I'm looking
special
forward to that.
episode. Definitely,
Yeah,
man.
that's pretty cool. That's good.
Well,
So, I
let's
mean,
talk, let's talk basketball, man, because
yeah,
tonight our
dude.
Dallas Mavericks are they're battling the Kings of Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, are the Kings favorites? I think they have to be, right?
No, they've got some injuries too, man. So
Okay.
I think the Mavs they should beat the Kings even without a point guard named Kyrie or the other one that we traded off to the Lakers, or maybe there was another one we traded off to like some team up in Philadelphia, or the free agent that went over to the New York Knicks. The Mavs have
Well,
had their fair share of
let me ask you
point
this:
guards.
Can Klay Thompson score 35? PJ Washington score 28, and Derek Lively score 20 with 20 rebounds. It could happen, right?
And Mr. Anthony Davis, right?
Yeah, but
He's the big wheel. So we'll
I'm
see.
not sure. I mean, is he? I mean, I haven't seen much about him lately, so I'm very like pessimistic about that. Sorry. So
Well, Nico Harrison, the GM, he had a special impromptu media meeting with select media here in the Metroplex, and
okay,
that was like 2 days ago, I believe. And in this closed room kind of meeting thing, it was like word got out. He reiterated that he would not have done anything different. He still would have traded Luca for Mr. Davis, and that's
well,
he's going to be the franchise player for this Dallas Mavericks team moving forward.
okay. So let me ask you this: against OKC, against Oklahoma City, I mean, can they win a couple games and make it interesting and put some pressure on them?
I mean, hypothetically, if the Mavs beat the Kings tonight and somehow, some way, Ja Morant and the Grizzlies fail on Friday to beat the Mavs, then yeah, you are looking at perhaps a Mavs Thunder matchup, uh, probably a sweep of
Yeah,
Thunder
yeah,
against
man.
the Mavs. I think OKC takes out the brooms and it's over, man.
As much as it brings back memories of 10 years ago. I just of Russell Westbrook. I'm like, oh, OKC. Why did OKC have to have a team? But I'm just saying I'm partial to Texas only. So that's
Right,
my view.
right. Your Rockets and
That's my view,
while
man.
living
That's
here in
it.
Dallas, you get that Mavs connection.
But if you go I-10 West, I am not going to root for your Spurs. I'm sorry. I'm done with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Most folks have their loyalties to their local teams, and the great state of Texas, they're the same way. Most Texans
Well,
they got their
yeah.
allegiance to their
So
local
Kelly,
team.
let me ask you about the East. We've got dominant teams. We've got Cleveland. We've got Boston. We got New York. Do you see anybody like surprising another team in the East, or do you think it's like pretty much cut and dry?
I think
Kind of like the March Madness, and of college basketball.
with a bunch of number one seeds making
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Final
exactly.
Four.
I mean, there's some dominant teams in the East. I don't
Time in
see.
history.
Do you see anything happening? I mean, I don't see anything happening.
The question might be, is it between the Cavaliers and the Celtics?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I agree.
and even then, I think the Celtics they have the better top to bottom roster.
Because someone like Indiana against the Minnesota, like Milwaukee, they're going to beat each other up. They're going to play the number one because they're in the 4 or 5.
Well,
And I
Lillard,
think,
Lillard, Lillard has that injury for the Bucks, right? So
yeah,
he's out.
yeah, exactly.
So,
It's going to make an advantage for maybe the Boston to take over. If they were to upset Cleveland, let's just assume Cleveland beats the number play-in seed. And let's just say that they play Indianapolis, Milwaukee, and I think Cleveland beats them, and then they play Boston. I mean, I think Boston's just too good. I don't know if New York can handle it. I mean, I don't know. That's. I mean, I'm not much of a
no.
East guy because I grew up in Texas. I'm a more of a NBA West guy, but the East
Yeah,
is
but
always
I was
it's
gonna say, Patrick, I think injuries is it seems like there's always one fluke injury that happens in every NBA
right.
season. But if rosters remain intact and everyone entering in right now basically makes it through between now and the end of the first round. Yeah, like I said, I think it comes down to Cavaliers and Celtics and
Now, I love to see Jalen Brunson of the Knicks beat the Mavs, their old team, in the finals. Of course, never happened, but just saying.
how would Mavs fans react if that happened? Like you get to the finals back to back years and you lose once
I
to the
think there'd be a
Celtics and once to the
blackout.
Knicks.
There'd be a blackout in the city for 2 weeks. There'd be no stop signs. No, it'd be horrible. It'd be like,
Do you think all would be forgiven for Nico Harrison and ownership if the Mavs made it back to the finals?
I think if anyone named their child Nico, they'd probably be scrutinized at the hospital. I'm just kidding.
CardBlitz, family friendly show.
CardBlitz, you never know what's going to happen.
Well, talk NBA West for a few then, man. If that's more of your
Yeah, obviously I'm a big Rockets fan, and I'm very much rooting for the Mavs to make it, just for the fact that I think Nico Harris deserves something. I mean, I think if they can beat the Kings and they can win like 1 or 2 games against Oklahoma City, dude, I mean that's great. I mean, maybe Anthony Davis can establish something. I mean, I don't know, but I think I think it's going to come out of it's going to be like Houston and Lakers. I mean, it's going to be tough because Houston's going to play Golden State. I think they can beat them. Lakers will beat Minnesota, and then oh no, I'm sorry, Lakers will play Denver, and then I think Houston will play. I think Houston's going to be pretty good. I think they're going to make it to the next round. So it's going to be tough.
well, we'll see if the Nuggets. I mean, the Joker
I
is
I, I don't
special
know
up
about the
there, man,
Nuggets.
and
I don't know. It's going to be tough. I mean, that's Clippers and Nuggets. I think the Nuggets will make it, but I think Oklahoma City takes them, and then it's going to be between Lakers and Houston. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
well, the Lakers aren't going to bring out much of a defense from what I know about NBA. So for this season,
Yeah.
so the question will be, can the young guns of the Rockets, handle the big stage and stay calm and do their thing and just maybe they have to weather a few storms because the Lakers will put up points.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if the Rockets can handle it. I agree with you.
Yeah, so we'll see on that, man. So
Yeah.
so are you making a prediction right now for NBA Finals, or are you gonna wait till we get closer
I'm
to
going to wait.
you gonna wait a couple more
Yeah,
rounds?
I'm going to wait. I need to see after this weekend, but by you guys better believe by next Wednesday I'm gonna have some commentary. I mean, I'm going to have a better idea of what's happening for
Well,
sure.
on that note, man, let's talk. This is a card show, right? So Card Blitz.
Yes.
let's talk protecting your card collection, some 101 kind of stuff, supplies that all collectors should have.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So when you and I got back into this, and I was maybe like 1 year before you, Kelly, when we talked.
Hmm.
So let's say 3 or 4 years ago, um, I started taking all my cards that were of value, and I didn't like when I thought of value, I thought of like $1 to maybe whatever $100, $200. I didn't really matter. I just wanted to get all my cards in a PC sort of arrangement. Could have been a '78 Steve Carlton, could have been a 1986 or '87 Jose Canseco second year card. It didn't matter. But I would always I found out that you put these in a card saver like a top loader and a penny sleeve.
All
So
right.
it took me like about remember we talked like 6 months. I would talk to you and I'd be hanging out. The kids would be asleep. Kids would be
And
asleep.
you're
I
in
was
there
like,
organizing your
yeah.
cards.
I'm like I would go through one box of one box count of a double box of 1,600 cards or 800 cards. I'd be like, I just pick out some. I'm like, oh yeah. And it wasn't. I started going by the value that I looked online, but then I started going by kind of my personal value. And I started putting cards like a Reggie Miller rookie card or second year card. I'm like, okay, talk basketball. He's a good player. I'll put him in here.
Hmm.
At some point in the future, I won't have to talk. I won't touch that again for like 15 years, probably.
But you want to protect your cards, you're saying. So
Correct,
so
correct. And
so so, so cards $1 and up that you feel like have value, penny sleeve, and then you're either going to put it like in a card saver or a top loader.
yes, I took and I took. It's funny because I had a lot of cards in a binder and sets in a binder. I Now I did not touch the sets in a binder. I'll be honest. But some of the other cards that were kind of like cards I had in a certain like order,
Hmm.
certain players like Akeem Olajuwon, 2 9 card pages. I took them all out and put them in these because I mean it meant something to me, and I'm like I want my kids to know what it is, so I kind of put that in there. So I think people have different views on how they do that, but it's funny what we talk about this. It's a great thing to talk about. But 4 years ago, I just went out to a card show and I bought a couple hundred of these like top loaders and a couple hundred of these like penny sleeves and started making it work.
Right.
So
Let me ask you this, because when we're both kids, penny sleeves and card savers and top loaders weren't a thing. Neither were
didn't
binders.
exist. Didn't exist at
Uh,
all.
Maybe the shoebox and the rubber band, or
Right.
I definitely remember like the index card boxes and putting
Yeah.
cards in index card boxes because you could close the lid, but they would move around, man. So childhood cards are like my 79 Topps baseball set. It's at best good.
Oh
You know,
yeah. I'd like a '79 like Minnesota Vikings team set wrapped in a rubber band.
yeah. I mean that's what you did back in the day as a kid.
Yeah.
But do you like putting like sets together in a binder, or do you like to keep them like in an 800 count box or 600 count box, and
As I've gotten
you
older,
sleeve them up as you put them in, or
yeah, as I've gotten older, like I have a '75 top set that's near mint to mint, and it's very it's I mean it's one of my pride and joys, and I continue to go to card shows sometimes or look online to see if I can upgrade certain cards, and I
right?
have like a numbered list that I write down on pen and paper. I'm old school, and I will continue to put those in a penny sleeve and a top loader, and I'm not going to put that ever in a binder again. But my '85 top set, I don't know, '86 Donruss set, I may keep in a binder.
I
So
mean, I think binders have certain the advantages, especially if it's the three ring binder with a 9 page or 9 pocket
correct,
pages. Um, the advantage to that is you can see the front and the backs of the cards,
correct.
and those old sets. I enjoy looking through them that way.
But
I think when they're in a box, you got to take out all the cards and you're kind of going through them, and
yeah,
you're thumbing
I'm
through
not a
your
big
monster
fan of.
box and.
I'm not a big fan of the box where if you enjoy the set, I do the box. I mean, I would much rather be the guy that would probably buy a sealed set I'd buy a sealed 1985 Topps factory sealed set, put it in a box, and never see it again. But you better believe it, I'm going to have another one that I can look at because that was my prime of
Hmm.
looking through cards. So I would not ever collect a set and put it in a binder now. I think I would just be the one to probably enjoy what I had before, maybe upgrade it here and there. And then if I was going to invest something like PC for my kids, I would just buy like a sealed set, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You had mentioned the top loader thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but they make binders now that can house top loaders, like
Oh,
9 pocket top loader pages. The only drawback to that I've seen, because I have two for my 1996 Topps Finest baseball set, you can't
okay.
see the backs of the top loaders.
Oh,
You see the fronts and they're loaded in, but once you turn the page, it's all black. Or you got to take out the top loader to look at the card, and then on the back side of the page would have 9 more top loaders.
oh, okay. See, what's interesting is I love the KB cards back in like 83, 84. I love the like experimental, like supplemental sets. I have a whole binder full of like 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, Donruss rookies, tops traded, all those cards.
Hmm.
And what I found is whatever cards, whatever little like holders I bought, they must have been like heavy duty, like gasoline, like gas products, because when I pull them aside, I try to separate them. They like stick together. They go, and I mean, dude, something's happened over time. But I grew up in Houston, so they heated up over time
The
and kind
humidity
of melted
maybe.
together, which is not good. But they're all mint as long as I don't mess around with them.
Yeah, you might want to look at them. Uh-oh, here we go.
So I would refrain from anyone putting everything in binders, maybe is what I'm getting at, but maybe I'm just old school because that was 25 years ago. So
Maybe technology's improved since then, but
correct. Yeah, maybe there's not as much, methane in something, or I don't know, or
whatever
or or
chemicals are used.
or the polypropylene, whatever it is. I mean, you never know. So
Well, as we're winding down, let me do a quick Stump Patrick piece,
yeah, let's go, man.
and we've got to roll.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of NBA stuff,
Yes.
all right, which NBA star nicknamed himself the Human Highlight Reel? You ready?
Human. Okay.
Human Highlight Reel NBA star nicknamed himself this.
Okay.
Is it Dominique Wilkins? Is it Vince Carter? Is it Julius Irving? Or is it Sean Kemp?
I'm gonna go with. You know what? This is gonna drive me crazy if I don't get it right, but I'm gonna go with Mr. Dominique Wilkins.
If you said Dominique Wilkins, Patrick, you, like 67.8% of America, are right.
Yes.
Another victory for Patrick on the Stump
You know what?
Patrick challenge,
I've
right?
been I'm in a cold spell, so that's nice to get it back.
Yeah, yeah, you got one, man. Um, The other thing I was going to mention real quick though is to all the folks that make this possible, those of you that are watching, CardBlitz fans, certainly thank you, certainly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Next week will be Sweet 16, and like I said, we have the stream of card conscious guys on there. Looking forward to Mark and Greg and just sharing some thoughts. Um, always like the channel, subscribe, tell your friends, find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, CardBlitz. If you got a question, email us info@blitzweekly.com.
Yeah, awesome, dude. Kelly, good stuff, man.
Man, the time flies, but it's fun. Definitely looking forward to the next episode, Sweet 16, Patrick.
Sounds good.
All right, on that note, we are out of here.
See you guys. See you next week.
See ya.